So, welcome to AZ Science TV. So, as we wait for others to join us in our classes, holiday class starting already in progress, I sincerely do hope that you are going to join me, especially for those of us who are on holidays. So, in our class today, we are going to be looking at exponential equations. So, what are exponential equations? What is an exponential equation? Now, in this live stream, I'm going to break down exponential equation to baby, like in a way that a baby will understand it. So that is what we are going to be doing today. Now, I'm going to be taking it step by step so that everybody can understand exponential equation. We are going to look at it from a simple perspective. So the simplest one is what we are taking right now. We are to find the value of x, but x is a power of 2 and it has a square root. We are going to make the base to be equal on both sides. That's what we are going to do. So the implication is that we are going to write 2 raised to power the square root of x equals to, then here, since we already have 2 here, from the law of indices, whatever we raise to the power of 0 will give us 1. So we have 1 here. So we can take 2 and place it here, then I raise it to the power of 0. And once we raise 2 to the power of 0, it is equivalent to 1 or equal to 1, which means we have been able to make 2. You see, the base are now equal. So we have 2 here and 2 here. The implication is that since 2 is here, we can simply cancel this one out or neglect the base. We are now going to be left with the square root of x to be equal to what? 0. And we know what the answer is, right? So what should be the answer? It is very simple. Now we are going to square both sides now. Square both sides. If we square both sides, the square root will disappear from here, leaving us with x equal to 0. This is the answer. If you want to test it, put it here. If you want to know if you are correct, take this 0, put it here. The square root of 0 will be 0, and 2 raised by 0 is 1. That is how simple it is. So no matter the examination you are preparing for, look at the principles of indices. Okay? Whenever you find exponential equation, whether it is SAT, G, or any other exams, we are going to gradually take it from the simplest to the most complex. So, welcome to AZ Science TV. I appreciate you for joining us today. Do well to subscribe if you haven't, and share the video as well. Okay, do well to also share the video so that many other persons will have access to this video. So thank you very much. We are moving straight to the next one. But from here, I simply started with the simplest one, right? But we are progressing to the next one, which is the number 2. So we are going to progress right away without wasting much time. So I'm going to be doing it gradually so that we can all follow. The next one is 2 raised power x plus 3 is equals to 32. Yes, this is another one. We have to solve 2 raised power x plus 3 equals to 32. So how do we handle a question like this? This is how we are going to handle it. We are going to write 2 raised power x plus 3 equals to 32. Remember, it is the same principle. We are going to equate. Our plan is to equate the basis. So bring 2 here, and that gives us 2 raised power x plus 3. So how do I make it to be 2? Is by raising it to the power of, I'm going to look for a number that will be the exponent right here, okay, to give us 32. And that number is 5. Because 2 times 2, okay, that number is 5, because 2 raised power 5 is equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And 16 times 2 is 32. That is the implication of it. So we are placing 2 raised power 5 here so that the base can be equal, which means we have 2 raised power 5 right at the right hand side. So we can let this go. Now that we have achieved our aim of equating the base, the next thing we are going to do is to, can you see now, is to take the exponent. So at the left hand side, we have x plus 3 equals 5, because the bases are not equal. Since the bases are not equal, just simply equate the powers, or sorry, not the power, yes, the exponent. We call it the exponent because exponential equations, equations involving exponents. That's the meaning. So we can simply transfer this one here. Let's take this one to this other side. If we achieve that, we are now going to have x equals to 5. When plus 5 is crossing, changes to minus. When plus is crossing, rather, changes to minus. So this becomes minus 3. And this gives us x equals 5 minus 3 is 2. If you want to check if you are correct, bring these two, put it here. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 2 raised power 5 is 32, just like we have proven it before. So that is the solution to the question. I do hope it is well understood. Do well to follow it through, share the videos, then you can also like the video as well. I'm seeing a lot of persons watching, but no sharing. Please do well to share the video as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you are coming across this channel for the first time. It is AZ Science TV. We are interested in breaking down mathematics, physics, so mathematics and physics for examination candidates. So remember, this is the second one we are solving now. This is 2 raised power x plus 3 equals to 32. So that gives 2 raised power x plus 3 equals to 2 here. Then what we are simply going to do, or what we are expected to do normally, is to equate the base. Here we have 32. We have to make it 2. The only way to make it to be 2 is to look for a number which is equal to 2, that will be raised to the power of whose exponent will be 5, for instance, okay, so that we can get 32. So that was what we did here. Now that the bases are equal, we can simply equate the exponents. So the exponent is x plus 2, which is what we have here, equals to 5. And the rest is just minus, and that gives us 2. So I hope this is understood. If you don't understand, let me know. Okay, so we are moving straight to the next one. Yes, the next one. So let's quickly look at the next one. The next one is 2 raised to the power 7. We have 2 raised to the power, or 2 to the exponent of 7 equals to 8. Yes, equals to 8. Equals to 8 to the exponent of 5 minus x. Okay, of 5 minus x. Yes, what do we do in this case? It's still the same procedure. So we come here and write 2 to the exponent of 7 equals to 8 to the exponent of 5 minus x. We are still going to equate the exponent. That is the implication. So if we equate the exponent, what are we going to get? It's still the same procedure. So let us equate the exponent. That gives 2 raised to the power 7 equals to, here, we are going to make it 2 as well. So if we make it to be 2, what are we going to place as the exponent of 2 to give us 8? Okay, is 2 raised to the power 3, because 2 raised to the power 3 is equals to 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So which means 2 raised to the power 3 is going to be here. 2 raised to the power 3 is going to be here. But don't forget that we also have 5 minus x here as well. So which means we are going to bring in 5 minus x, okay, inside the bracket here. Then we can now clean this one since we have achieved our aim, right? Now that the bases are equal, we can equate the exponents. So let us equate the exponents. That will give us 7 at the left-hand side, which is this, equals to, here we have 3 open bracket 5 minus x. So bring it 3 open brackets 5 minus x. Then we close the brackets. So we can now open bracket from here, right? So let's open bracket. We are now going to have 7 equals to 3 times 5. Always use, whenever you have brackets, always use what's here to multiply everything inside the bracket. Please don't multiply 5 and leave x, because 3 affects both 5 and x. So which means 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, then minus 3 times x is 3x. Please take note, is 3x. Okay, I hope this is not looking like exponents. Let me write it properly so that both of them can have the same. It's 3x. Okay, then we have to collect the terms that are similar, right? So simply simply bring this 15 to this place. Okay, so we are now going to have 7 here. Take plus 15 to this other part. Okay, that gives minus 15. Okay, because this is plus 15. When it is crossing to this point, it becomes minus 15. Then we are now left with minus. This minus, please, this minus belongs to 3x. It does not belong to 15. 15 is plus. 15 is actually plus. Okay, is not minus. Please take note. So when plus 15 is crossing to this side, it changes to minus 15. Then we are left with minus 3x at the right hand side. Then what is 7 minus 15? 7 minus 15. Or just say 15 minus 7 is 8. So the negative of 8, which is minus 8, is what we are going to get over there, right? So this is quite simple, which means we are now going to have minus 8 at this side, okay? It's minus 8 equals to minus 3x minus 3x. Okay? So we can divide both sides by minus 3. Divide by minus 3 on each side. So this one, the minus 3 will strike minus 3, right? Leaving us with x. Yeah, minus 8 is minus 8. So minus, we cancel minus. Okay? Which means we are now going to arrive at x equals to, since we are left with only x here, just bring the x here, okay? Minus, we cancel minus. So we are now left with 8 divided by 3. That's what we are left with here. So we can go ahead and make it to be mixed fraction. Okay, sorry, let me pick the lead of my marker. So 8 divided by 3. How many times will 3 go into 8? It's just 2 times. So we are going to write 2 here. Then what will be left? That will be 2. We left with 2, then divided by 3. This is the solution to this particular question, right? And this is the third question we are solving right now. I do hope it is well understood. For those of us that are just joining, remember, this is a Science TV. This is a channel where we are interested in breaking mathematics to the simplest and most understandable level. So if you are following me and you are finding value in the video, do well to subscribe. If you are just coming for the first time and you haven't subscribed, okay? So the subscription button is just down below. Don't forget. And if you want to reach out to us, our WhatsApp number is there. You can call or WhatsApp the number, right? If there's anything you want to make, arrangement with us for anything, either online coaching or anything, just do well to reach out to us. We are very much readily available, all right? So remember, it is 2 raised to the power 7 because 8 is power 5 minus x. What you simply have to do here is to equate the base. That was what we did. We didn't do anything more than that, okay? Then once you equate the base, 2 raised to the power 3 is equals to 8. So, which means 2 raised to the power 3 is what we have used to replace this 8 here. But we also remember that 5 minus x was here before, right? So we have to multiply the 2. That's what gave us this. Since this one are equal, so since they're already equal, just take the exponents, then clear the brackets. When you clear the bracket, 3 times 5 is actually 15, and 3 times x is 3x. There is minus in between. Please take note. And there is plus here. Please also take note of that, okay? Then this is 15, which is plus 15. When we take plus 15 this way, it becomes minus 15. Then the subtraction of 7 minus 15, the difference between 7 and 15, okay, in which 15 is subtracted from 7, will give us minus 8 over here. And here we have minus 3x. So we can now divide both sides by minus 3x, minus 3, since we are to find the value of x. So, and that strikes this one, okay? Let's go. Then leaving us with x. Minus we go here. So we're now left with 8 over 3. Please take note, the 8 over 3 is what we have here. Then changing it to mixed numbers. This gives us 2 whole number, 2 over 3. That is exactly what we have right now. So I hope it is clear. We can now move straight to the next question. Please, if you have any suggestion, you have any comment, okay, as long as it is civil, please keep your comments civil. Let's go straight to the point, okay, so that we don't have issues. Please, let's address the issue at hand. So if we are given 5 raised to power 2x minus 1 equals to 125. Okay, we are given 5 raised to power 2x minus 1 equals to 125. I'm sure someone understands this now. Using the first 3 equations, we can actually solve this without much issue, right? So let's begin. You can help us to solve this even before we get to the solution. Yes, I'm sure someone can actually solve this and provide the answer to this, right? So we have 5 raised by 2x. Sorry, I'm going to clean the other one too because we are done with this one. So we have 5 raised by 2x minus 1 equals 125. So this is what we have in this. This is the fourth equation we are solving now, involving exponential features. Okay. Now, how do we have here to be the same? There is no way we can reduce this again. This is the lowest number we can give to this. So what are we going to place here? Okay, if we place 5 here, what will be the exponent of 5 to give us 125? So we are going to have 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Then what about 25 times 5? So it will give us 125. And that is 2 raised by 3. Sorry. That is 5. 5 raised by what? 3. Okay? Yes, because this is 5 times 5 times 5. That is 5 raised by what? 3. So, which means we are going to replace this one with 5 raised by 3. Please take note. So, I'm going to clean this one now because I want to write something here. Which means 5 raised by 2x minus 1 is going to give us here, we're going to write 5 raised by 3 because 5 raised by 3 is the same as 125. I hope it is very clear. So, since the bases are now equal, we can take the exponents, equate the exponents. So, at the left-hand side, we have 2x minus 1 equals to, at the right-hand side, we have 3. So what to do next is to transfer minus 1 to this other side. So we're going to transfer this 1 to this side, leaving 2x at the left-hand side, okay, for the now. So we have 2x equals to, this is 3. So we're now going to have 3 plus 1. Remember, when minus 1 is crossing, it changes to plus. Okay, that's why we have plus 1 here. So that gives us 2x is equals to 3 plus 1 is 4. Now it is now simple, right? We know what to do next. And that is to divide both sides by x by 2. Why? Because 2 is attached to x. So whatever is attached to x has to be removed so that we can have the pure value of x. So it means that we are going to have 2x divided by 2, then 4 divided by 2. From this, I'm sure we know what the solution is. So this 2 will strike this one, leaving us with x to be equals to 4 divided by 2 is simply 2. This is exactly what we have in our today's class as far as this question is concerned. I hope it is well understood. If you are not following me, let me know. Okay? Yes, I want to be sure because examination candidates have to understand what they are preparing for and make sure they're able to remember it when it is time for examinations. All right? So we move to the next one. I hope this is understood anyway. The principles are the same. All right. So just understand this. Yes, then we can apply it in the next equations. That's how we do it. All right. So thank you very much. Do wait to subscribe. I'm still waiting for a subscription. For those of us who are here to subscribe, do wait to smash the subscribe button, share the video, and also like it for the sake of the channel, and also that makes a good the engagement to be more active. So now we'll move straight to the next one. I have this particular question here. I've solved this one already. So there's still one more question that we have to solve. When I mean one more, I don't mean that is the end. Sorry. We have many more questions to solve. But let's look at this particular question. We are given that if 2 raised to power 1 minus y times 2 raised to power y minus 1 divided by 2 raised to power y plus 1 is equals to 8 raised to power 2 minus 3y. Now, this is common. The question is that we should find the value of y. Find y. This is a very simple and common question that we have to solve. So we are given here that if 2 raised to power 1 minus y times 2 raised to power y minus 1 divided by 2 raised to power y plus 1 equals to 8 raised to power 2 minus 3y. If this is equal, if these two are equal, then we should find y. So we are going to take it in this format. Now we have 2. Okay, let's take it, let's write it. 2 raised to power 1 minus y times 2 raised to power y minus 1 divided by 2 raised to power y plus 1. This is equals to 8 raised to power 2 minus 3y. Now we are going to use the law of indices. That is all. Yes, we are going, this one we already have 2, 2, and 2 here. So just take 2, just take only 1, 2 for all this. Don't waste time in the exam hall, okay? But if you can, since it is a live stream, I have to take it bit by bit, okay? Yes, let's handle the numerator. At the numerator, we can take just 1, 2, okay, and apply the law of multiplication of indices. What we are going to do is that we are going to add up the exponents. I know what that means. This exponent will be 0. Here, we are going to have 2 raised to power 0. I will explain why, and I'm sure we are already seeing it, right? We have 0 because look at it. 1, add up this 1 minus y plus, because we are adding y minus 1. You see it? This minus will cancel this plus. This one will cancel this. So, and that gives us what? 0. That means we are going to have 0 here. I'm sure we are getting it, right? So that's what we are going to do at the numerator. So at the numerator, we have 2 raised to power y minus y, 1 minus y, then plus y minus 1. See this? So divided by 2 raised to power y plus 1. And that is equals to, at this point here, we are also going to look for a number, and that number that will be raised to the power of a particular power or exponent, sorry, to get 8. And we have gotten before, the answer is 2 raised to power 3, because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 again will give us 8. Then also remember this, we have 2 raised to power minus 3y. This is what we have here. Now that we have gotten this, remember, we are going to proceed by using this. Okay, let me drop these markers here. So we are already aware that this 2, look at this one, we cancel this, okay? Y minus y plus y is 0. Then 1 minus 1 is also 0. It's gone. All right, which means we have 2 raised by 0. That gives 2 raised by 0 divided by 2 raised by y plus 1 is equals to 2 raised by 3 times whatever. Okay, yes, let's just do it that way. I think it's better. 3 times 2 is 6. This is minus. Then 3 times 3 is 9. Then we have y. So it's getting more and more simpler. Okay, so 2 raised by okay, we have 2 and 2 here. Yeah, there's no point wasting our time. So we'll come here and write that 2 raised to power or to the exponent of 0. Remember, we are going to apply the law of subtraction because division leads to subtraction. I hope it is clear, right? So division leads to what? Subtraction. That's what we want to do here. So we have 2 raised by 0 divided by 2 raised by y plus 1. So that will be 0 minus y plus 1. That's what we are using straight, okay, without wasting our time. So we have minus, open bracket, y plus 1. This is what we have. And this is equals to what we have here. Okay, this is equals to 2 raised by, I hope you can see it. I don't know if you can. I just hope it is well seen. Yes, that's the most important thing to me now. Okay, let me put it properly. Okay. Let me write it in this manner. I'm sure it will be better this way. So this one is equals to is equals to this 2, all right? That is this 2 here is for 6 minus 9y. Yes, I think it's better this way, which means this is equals to this. Now that the bases are equal, we can equate the we can equate this one, which is the exponent. So we now have minus, open bracket, y plus 1 is equals to 6 minus 9y. Minus 0 is, remember 0 is meaningless. So we have neglected the 0. There's no point bringing the 0. Now we can open the brackets. If we open the bracket, we are going to have minus y minus 1 equals 6 minus 9y equals 6 minus 9y. Then it is time to take the common terms. So bring minus 9y to this side. Okay, yes, that becomes plus 9y. Okay, that becomes plus 9y. Sorry, I'm a right-handed person. That's why I'm finding it difficult to write when I'm on the other side. So that is 9y. Okay, because minus 9y came this way. It comes plus 9y. And minus this y. That's minus y. Equals to. This is 6. So we're going to leave the 6 here. We'll leave the 6 right here. Then minus 1 is crossing. It changes to plus, please. Okay, to change to plus 1. And that's what it's going to be. It changes to plus 1. Then 9y minus y. Okay, this minus y means minus 1y. And that gives 8y. 8y equals to 6 plus 1 is simply 7. Then we can go ahead and divide both sides by 8. And the answer will be fraction. Okay, don't worry, it's okay. You can divide here by 8, divide here by 8. So if we do that, what are we going to get? 8 will cancel 8 here. So that gives y. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm obstructing some persons here. Okay, that gives y to be equals 7 divided by 8. is 7 over 8. This 7, I hope it is clear. Yeah. This 7 divided by 8. So this is the solution to this particular question. Yes. So if you want to test it, you can come here and test it. It will be correct. Okay. That is how it is. Anytime you solve an equation, do well to always test it so you can be sure that your answers are actually accurate and that there are no errors, right? So any question, if you have any question, let me know in the chat area, okay? Because most of us may be having one or two questions to ask. So if you have any questions, let me quickly know so that we can proceed to the next one. So let's quickly go to the next one. Yes. So this, I'm going to clean this so that we can simply move to the next question. So the next question is, we have to solve the equation to, sorry for the overflowing ink. So 2 raised by x minus 2, that is the square root of x minus 2, equals to equals to 1. So we are solving this one. 2 raised by x minus 2 equals to 1. Right? So let's proceed without wasting much time. Which means we have 2 raised to power the square root of x minus 2 equals to 1. This is quite very easy, straightforward, and simple. What will make 2 to become 1? From the law of indices. Okay? It is 0 when the exponent of 2 becomes 1. So it is that straightforward, which means we are going to write 2, bring everything here. Okay? Then equals to, we are going to write this 2 and have the estimate to be, have the exponent to be 0. And when the exponent is 0, we are going to have 1. Now that the base is equal, just equate this same method all through. Just have x minus 2 here inside the root is equal to 0. I'm sure we can see it, right? Now, we have to eliminate the square root, and that is by squaring both sides. So if you square both sides, the square root will disappear. So, because it is a radical equation. Any equation that has square root is a radical equation. So, by squaring it, the square root will disappear. It will give us x minus 2 is equal to 0 squared is 0. So there's no point wasting our time. Now we can simply take minus 2 to this other side. So just take this minus 2 to this side. And that gives x to be equals to minus 2. When it is crossing, change to plus 2. And that gives 0 plus 2 at the right hand side. So the equation is that x is equals to 2. Yes, that is the answer. And please, I'm sure we are done with this, so we have to clean this one so that I don't get it mixed with the other one. So now, if you want to test or every one of us want to test if it's correct, just take these two, put it here or here, anywhere you can put it. Okay, if you put 2 here, 2 minus 2 is 0, and the square root of 0 is 0, and 2 raised by 0 is 1. Or you can simply get it here. Okay, so that is how simple it is, and how to test if our equations, if our solution to the question is actually correct. I hope it is clear. Please do well to chat us, okay? Chat AZScience engage us. Let's be sure that we are actually in line, okay? And that we are together, we are flowing together. Please take note. So we moved straight to the next one. Okay, this particular one is very interesting. Just you're going to check and see. You see how interesting it is. Okay, very, very interesting. Yeah, so let's look at this particular one. Yes, we are giving this one to solve. Look at this. We are giving 2x plus 1 over 2, okay, is equals to the square root of 8. Okay, is equals to the square root of what? 8. Yes, that's what we have. So we can see this. This is square root and this is exponent. So let's proceed and see what we are going to get as the solution to the question. So we have our 2. We have our 2 raised by x plus 1 divided by 2 right here equals to the square root of 8. Remember, our aim is to ensure that the both of them have equal base. That is very important. So we are simply going to write this 2 raised by x plus 1, okay, then divided by 2. This is raised to power, then equals to. So how do I make here? I can rewrite this one as 8 raised by square root actually means that the exponent is half. So I'm going to write raised by half. That's 1 over 2. I hope you can see it very well. Let me write again. Sorry for that. Let me write it so that you can see it very clearly. It's 1 divided by 2. Something like this. Okay. So if we have this, it means that we can rewrite 2 raised by x plus 1 divided by 2 is equals to. Now the question is, how do I make here to be 2? Okay, how do I make the base to be 2? I want to maintain here, I want these 2 places to be the same. If 5 is here, I want 5 to be here. If 7 is here, I want 7 to be here. But since 2 is here, I want 2 to also be here. Okay, now how do I make 2? How do I make 2 to be here? This is 8. So what will be the exponent of 2 to produce or to give us 8? We have said it before. The answer is 3. Okay, 2 raised by 3 will give us 8. Right? So 2 raised by 3 will give us 8. And that is times this half. Remember, there is half here already before this. Okay? So now that we have gotten this to be equal, we are now going to equate the base, the exponent, what we call the power, but is better called the exponent. These ones are the power. The result is the power, but this is the exponent. This is the base, all right? So that gives x plus 1. Remember, we are equating this to now over 2 is equals to 3 times 1, okay, is 3, then divided by 2. Look at what do we have here. Just take a look at this, all right? Some persons will be cross multiplying. Well, if you cross multiply, no problem. Okay, let's even cross multiply. Is to give us the same answer. Remember, this is base and this is base. All right, this is base and this is base. So you are going to cancel them. You cancel the both of them. Since they are base and they are equal, base are equal. Okay, so we just cancel this. Once you cancel it, then we are good to go, right? So it means we have x plus 1 here, and here we have 3. Yes, but if you want to include the 2, just include the 2 here and include times 2 here. Let's say you include times 2 here. You know that these 2 we cancel these 2. Instead of don't open bracket, okay? Yes, we shouldn't open the bracket. The reason is simple. Okay, we are not supposed to open bracket. We can just divide both sides by 2 if that's what we want. If we divide both sides by 2, we are going to have here divided by 2 and this divided by 2. No need to say 3 times 2 equals 6. There's no point for that. These 2 will simply cancel these 2 and this will cancel this, leaving us with x plus 1 equals 3. So which means we are going to have x plus 1 equals 3. That is the implication. X plus 1 equals 3. So we can now go ahead and transfer the plus 1 to the right hand side. If we do that, this is what we're going to have. Our x equals to, we have 3 here minus 1. And that gives x to be what? To be 2. Okay, that makes our x to be 2. That's x equals 2. So that is the solution to this particular question. And if you want to be sure if you are correct, maybe you are not sure that you are correct, and that it is 2, go ahead, put x here as 2. So put 2 here. 2 plus 1 is 3, which is 2 raised by, look at it, that's 2 raised by 3 over 2. So it's 3 over 2 here. Okay, that gives us this. And if you want to check the other one, the same thing, right? So 2 raised by, yes. So that gives the solution. The same thing with this. What this is what you're going to get here. So that solves the question. I do hope it's well understood. Thank you for joining AZ Science TV. And I hope you have subscribed. For those of us that are meeting us for the first time, coming across AZ Science TV for the first time, I do hope you have actually subscribed, because your subscription means that you have a whole lot to benefit and it is free. Okay, so it's not going to run down your battery or cost anything. Instead, you have a lot to gain as you subscribe, because more and more of these lessons and other valuable lessons will be coming to you from AZ Science TV. So thank you for joining me. Subscribe, okay, because we are actually moving to a bigger and bigger opportunities together with AZ Science TV. So I do appreciate your being here up to this moment. I'm going to be bidding us farewell. Yes, because I'm going for my official assignment right now. And I do hope that you found this video interesting and actually valuable. Okay, don't forget, the video will be on air very soon. Yes, because to be in public space, do it to watch it. And also, don't forget to like, share, and let a lot of persons know that there is a lesson, or there was a lesson, and this is the lesson, so that they can also benefit and prepare for exam. So thank you very much for being here. I'm going to say excellence wishes from AZ Science TV. If you know you are preparing for exam or you are preparing for examination, I wish you excellence. So I'm so happy that you joined me in the live stream of today. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you a lot. So wish you excellence in your examinations. And for now, goodbye.